Afghan people have been calling for transparent and impartial investigations into crimes and wrongdoings by NATO forces on their soil. Among them, relatives of victims of the NATO war in southern Helmand province are demanding justice for the killing of 54 unarmed people by British Special Air Service troops there. The dead include children. Afghans want the murderers should be held accountable.
Helmand province witnessed deadly night raids and airstrikes by NATO forces, especially those of the UK. Besides, civilian captives were tortured and shot dead. In one case, children were thrown off military planes. I remember so many atrocities by the foreign forces in which civilians were harmed. We call for those British and American perpetrators to be tried in an impartial and transparent court. They should be brought to account and victims should receive compensation.
The US invasion of our country was a mistake. The United States and its allies are to blame for the devastation and mass killings of our people in different provinces in the past 20 years. Only in Helmand, where I used to live, 9,000 innocent people lost their lives during the US invasion. Why? Weren't they human beings? Didn't they have the right to live in their country? Today we call on them to pay the price for their mistake and help those whose livelihoods were devastated.
However, the UK government has announced the start of an inquiry into wrongdoings by its forces in Afghanistan, but some experts say only transparent probes by independent bodies can help make headway with the case. They believe investigations by foreign governments could cover up the facts about the gross violations at the hands of their forces in Afghanistan.
NATO troops, in fact, committed thousands of war crimes in Afghanistan. In order to hide their scandals and whitewash their disgraceful history, they claim to have voluntarily launched an inquiry. Such fake probes can also be used to distort public opinion and manipulate media and international rights bodies. In addition, they're likely to probe selected cases rather than real shocking incidents. I mean, they would single out a certain case of misconduct from among hundreds of terrifying rights violations so that their forces do not face heavy charges.
During the two-decade U.S. invasion, Afghanistan witnessed much disgrace by NATO troops. More and more facts are emerging regarding unlawful killings and gross violations by foreign forces on Afghan soil. The U.S. war on Afghanistan has left many Afghans in great suffering. People here are calling for accountability and justice for years of gross violation by the NATO troops. Rahmatullah Baghban, Press TV, Kabul.